Hi guys, how are you doing today? So I recorded this super awesome video and then I realized I didn't have any sound. I just forgot to turn the microphone on, so I'm going to be narrating this, and I don't normally do this, but it'll be good. So today's task, what I wanted to try and experiment with, I'm just trying to teach myself different things, and today I wanted to work with like facial features and kind of cutting up the face, kind of like Cubism would do. And so I'm just looking through some magazines, some things that I'd already cut out with faces. So I had pre-cut out some things, and this orange and black and white thing is actually a collage, and so I had cut that out because I want to put it in my notebook just for inspiration. I don't really know what it's about yet, but it is a collage I found in a magazine by Mark Harris. So I'm just putting that aside, and I will glue it in my collage book, my collage journal. So yeah, I'm just looking through and finding I had torn out a whole bunch of faces in anticipation for this kind of Cubism type facial reconstruction, kind of chaotic. It is very chaotic. I think I would call it Cubism chaos. So yeah, there's that collage that I'm just going to glue in there later. So I wanted to kind of look at my faces and find some that have the same size facial features. So that are like about the same size. They don't have to be perfect or anything like that, but so that they can kind of match. So if I do something really big and really small, I didn't want it to be that crazy, that chaotic, at least not at first. I just wanted to accomplish this. So I was trying to pick out some examples of some faces that had similar size. So I think that I got that right there, and that was kind of the first step for me. So then what I did is I was just going to cut out the eyes and see if I could put eyes on another face, and just cutting out a little strip and setting that aside for later. And as I'm doing this, just kind of looking and seeing, and I realized she's looking the other direction, and it just wasn't perfect for me, for my collage, for my eye. It just didn't quite look right. So I had to kind of trash that idea. But as I did that, I kind of placed the next one. You'll see I placed the trash, that one there, out on top of her, and that really worked for me. Even though it's kind of looking two different directions, somehow that worked. So it was kind of cool how that was just a little serendipitous that it just worked that way. So I went with it, and that's kind of what this collage journal is about. It's just kind of not being perfect, not trying to go crazy or make a perfect work of art or whatever. I tell my students a lot that there's really no perfect in art because it's made by humans. Humans are not perfect, and we don't want humans to be perfect. It's really hard for teenagers to understand that because they are trying to fit in. So I talk about that sometimes. So yeah, just aligning it back up, seeing how that will go, and then just, getting some of the extra stuff off the edges. I've really been enjoying this collage journal. Like every time I think of a new idea or get some inspiration for a new idea, like I want to do it right away, even if it's like midnight or 2 a.m. So I really think that is something that I will continue to work on. Might not do tons and tons more in this video series, like kind of basic collage where I'm just kind of teaching myself, but I'll definitely keep working in my journal. I have some more ideas. I have a list of things I want to work on. So, you know, you never know what you might see, but I've gotten a lot of the ideas videoed already for myself, or actually videoed for you guys and put in my journal for myself. So I think that's really cool. So I'm just looking for the next feature that I want to put on this kind of Cubism face, and I do really like the person's hair there, that really big hair, and so I end up using that. Negative space of her hair is really cool there. I save that and put it off to the side. Maybe I can use it in the future. So here again, just aligning. Again, I call this a dry collage where I'm not gluing. I'm just putting things down and trying to get the position and everything correct. I'm really glad that I saved that forehead because it made it so much better. So you know, you can always cut off more. So when you're doing it, maybe cut off a little less, or make a bigger cut, and then you can always cut down from there. And once I got it set, I'm going to commit to it and glue it down. I had a little trouble gluing. The paper kept wrinkling. You know, magazine's pretty thin, so you have to be okay with that, but it was fine. Like, I liked it in the end, and it's just for my journal, so it's not like it's going to be, you know, anything I'm going to put in a museum or a gallery, anything like that. So then I thought it needed a little something extra, so I wanted to put a crown on it, and I loved that image underneath, so I was kind of careful when I cut it out to keep that image, that kind of purpley pinky image underneath. A lot of times when I cut, right before I cut, I will just, or right after I make the first cut, I will just look on the back real quick. Usually I'm pretty okay with just cutting whatever. Like, all of these magazines are not precious to me, and they're not doing me any service just sitting in a magazine or holding on to. I'd rather use the images, so that's the attitude I'm trying to tell myself. But I do look on the back, because like that one I was able to cut out this ring and save the other image, so that was cool. This is going to be for a crown, so I'm taking this really oversized, well, it's a ring that is like really zoomed in, so kind of playing with proportion and making it a crown. And I've done this before. I think I did that on the one where I fussy cutted that video, and also have done it in other collages and other times, like in my life. So yeah, I think this is really fun to just put a crown on something, just make it a little special. I did kind of have a little bit of issue with cutting it out and, again, gluing it and all that kind of stuff, but that's just the way this kind of stuff goes. And, you know, you got to be patient with yourself. So I glued it down in my journal. I really like the result. It was my first kind of take with that kind of stuff. And then I am gluing down this other collage that I found that I had mentioned earlier in the video. I really like it. I don't know what, I didn't really look at all the stuff. It means it's, you know, something about a plaintiff and superior court, and not sure, but it's a collage by Mark Harris. So I always want to give those people credit. I definitely will keep the little image of their name on it or write their name. So yeah, just wanted to mention that. So I have this negative part that I cut out from her hair, and I really like it, and I just thought this is perfect. Let's put something in her hair. So I was just spending some time looking through my stash kind of off camera there we go, to find some images that maybe look cool in her hair. You know, you just got to try out a few. I really liked that one with a person there, but didn't have enough contrast. So you want to do some contrast in your work. It just adds a lot to it. So contrast and scale or something. So I found this this picture of some dahlias, really liked that. So that worked for me. And I put that on there and I glued it in. So I definitely wanted to thank you guys for watching. I'd love a comment. I read them all. I'd love a like and subscribe. You can hit the little bell button so you can see my next video, get a notification. I'm not sure how much longer this series is going to go, but I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay? Bye, guys.